Hi, I'm Darren Walker. Welcome to Inside Louisiana Softball. Tonight, we introduce you to junior standout pitcher Summer Ellison. And later, new soccer head coach Lance Key describes his first moments as a Ragin Cajun. But first, I sit down with softball head coach Gerry Glasco to discuss the weekend series versus South Alabama and more. You're watching Inside Louisiana Softball. Welcome to Inside Louisiana Softball. Darren Walker joined by the head coach of the Ragin Cajuns, Gerry Glasco. And Coach, before we get into the recap of last week, I want to talk about this show a little bit. Just talk about having this opportunity to showcase your program to millions around the country.
We're extremely excited. The Ragin Cajun program is historic, it's unique, and I think it's a really exciting opportunity for us to be able to share it with people that maybe don't know as much about the program, and definitely exciting to be able to share it with our loyal fans that are supporting us and have made the program what it is.
Only one midweek game last week, and that was McNeese State. You guys kind of battled back and forth and took it to extra innings, tied at 4. But then you had a little bit of a defensive issue there in the 10th inning and wound up losing that one 5-4.
Yeah, I think it was the top of the 11th. Okay. We made an error to start the inning at second, and then we made an error on a ground ball to third that would have ended the game, or to shortstop that would have ended the game, and end up losing the game 5-4. And it's one of those games. It's why you play them, and it's a heartbreaking loss for us, a really big loss. Every loss is going to be magnified when you're having the kind of season that we have. It's a loss that we'll look back at the end of the year and probably realize it cost us 1 or 2 spots in the seedings. But you're going to have those kind of games. That's the way the game is, and that's why we play them.
Let's move on to the South Alabama series. Traditionally, a big rival for the Ragin Cajuns, but even though they've haven't had the team that they had in the past, still gave you quite a run for your money on Friday night.
Yeah, they come out. We expected that they had come into the game off some losses, and you know, when you go in on a conference series opener, you know, game one is everybody's trying to get the upper hand, and they really battled hard, and we had the game. We had 4-0 lead, and they give up back-to-back 2-run home runs, I think, in the 3rd inning to start the 3rd, and all of a sudden we find ourselves tied in a 4-4 game, and it was really good for us to be tested like that, and then our kids responded really well. I think we were down 6-4 and come from behind, and we take pride in being a great come from behind team, and one of the things, when you've got a really good ball club, we don't want to get behind often, but when we do, we start, hey, have fun. It's a good chance to practice being behind, and that's how we look at it, and the kids responded really well and come from behind, ended up winning, I think, 11-7.
Last year, you had a lot of games that you had to win 6-5 or 4-3. Pitching and defense really is what it came down to. But now the bats are hot, and so you're winning these games. Is this kind of what you envisioned your team being as far as a power hitting ball club?
Yeah, last year we had a very limited offense. We didn't have a lot of potential to do different things on offense, so we were limited. And there was whole series last year where we, I think against ULM, we won 3 games out of 3 and scored less runs than we scored in 1 game at South Alabama. So this year, the whole focus of the fall was to be increasing our offense. And, I set the goal personally, we talk about, I want to lead the nation in scoring. My goal is to lead the nation in scoring this year. And so that kind of sounds off the charts maybe, but I think if you're going to set a goal, you set it high. And the kids have responded, and right now I think we're 2nd or 3rd in the nation in scoring. And then to come out this weekend, we got 36 runs in 3 games, so we average 12 runs a game. And they're starting to really click, and they're buying in. So really exciting. And one of the things that I was proud of them, South Al had given up 11 home runs in 26 games going into the series, and we hit 10 in 3 days. So that shows you that the potential of our ball club is really, it's really capable of doing great things.
Yeah, you had 4 home runs on Friday. You had 3 more on Saturday. You take that one 11-1, kind of highlighted by Lexi Como's grand slam.
Yeah, Lexi's playing really good ball. I think that was her 8th home run of the year. She's just a really clutch hitter. I think she was 2 for 2 with 2 singles going into that last at bat, and they threw a changeup to her on 3-2, and we were looking for the changeup right there, and it worked out well. In
Game 3, Summer Ellison got back in the circle. She pretty much had almost all of game 1 off and all of game 2 off. She returned to her form, getting the no-hitter, and so you could have gotten by with just 1 run in that game, but the bat stayed hot. You got 3 more home runs, you get double-digit hits and runs, and you win that one 14-0 in 5 innings.
Yeah, it was a good way to finish the weekend, and one of the things we want to be is we're trying to take a lot of pride in being a consistent ball club, because we'd like to end the year with a really phenomenal record, and so to do that we have to consistently play at a high level, and if we can learn to do that, it'll help us in the postseason. And so I thought Sunday was really significant. I told the kids before the game I wanted to come out and win that game more decisively than either one of the first 2, just for the fact that we need to show that we can have a continuous effort and a continuous consistency both offensively and defensively, and for us to put a shutout on them after they'd seen us for 3 days, I thought that was huge, and I thought it was a huge statement for Summer after she gave up the 2 home runs in the 3rd inning on Friday night, to come out and make a clear statement about who she is and that she's fine, there's nothing wrong with her. She just needed to, make better pitches, and she did.
One more great statistic about the offense. In 2018, 50-plus games, you had 98 extra base hits. You've already passed that at 103 this year. Can this offense be slowed down?
Well, it can be, and if we lose focus, we just have to keep fighting every day to get better. One of the numbers I love hitting statistics, because they tell you you can't really skew certain numbers, and last year we had a home run every 59.6 plate appearances, basically 1 every 60 at bats, and this year going into the next game we're going to be hitting 1 every 16.7 at bats, and I think we've hit 46 home runs and 740 at bats. So our kids are getting better, and that's a huge improvement. And then extra base hits, we're down to like 1 every 8 times we walk to home plate, we're getting extra base hit. So it's just hard work and focus, and then fighting hard to get the results that you want.
All right, thanks a lot, Coach. He'll be back in a little bit to look ahead at the schedule coming up. But coming up next on Inside Louisiana Softball, we'll introduce you to pitcher Summer Ellison.
Introducing Sonic's new Car Hop Classic with double the beef, double the cheese, and now double the choices. Try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or slinger with tots for just $2.99. Get them now, ending soon.
Look at me in the eye. They bleed just like you bleed. There is no apprehension. There is no fear. Bottom line, they got to come to us to get this done. All right, we decide what happens. We dictate what happens on that field today. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together.
To perform, you need speed, skill, strength. With every muscle, every move, you push your body to reach its full potential. But sometimes you just can't push through the pain. That's when you know it's time to address it. So when injury puts you on the sidelines, trust us to get you back in the game. Lourdes Sports Care, the team behind your team.
Sonic's $2.99 Car Hop Classic, a juicy quarter-pound double cheeseburger or a flavorful signature slinger with golden brown crispy tots. A deal so nice, you should order it twice, because it's only $2.99. Hurry in for a Car Hop Classic, ending soon.
Welcome back to Inside Louisiana Softball. Time now to introduce you to 3-time Pitcher of the Week, Summer Ellison.
Hi, I'm Summer Ellison, and I'm a junior on the Louisiana softball team.
She has got it working. 3 up, 3 down, all courtesy of the strikeout from Summer Ellison.
To put on a Ragin Cajuns uniform, it's like living out my childhood dream. I I've been wanting to come here. I've been coming to the camp since I was 8, and I've been working my butt off to get to where I'm at, and it's just very special to represent this part of the state and this part of the country. I want to help this team win a national championship. I want to be a part of a program that does that and makes it a habit, and I want to be a part to start that habit. It's very special to have my parents here. They've given me everything that I've ever wanted. They've worked very hard to provide the opportunities that I've had to get where I'm at. And it's just very special. Like, not everybody gets to play where their parents can come watch. Like, we have kids from all over the country, and their parents don't have the opportunity to come watch every single game. My parents are here, they travel. It's unbelievable how much they support me. Coach Glasco has been nothing but the most supportive and nicest person to everyone on this team. Regardless of what our goals are personally, like, he's willing to help us no matter what. I had the opportunity to work with Courtney Foster last season, and she was great. She was awesome, and I connected with her and loved her. This season we have Coach Rob. He's a character. He's awesome. He's just like, he's a pleasure to be around every day and work with, and you know, he keeps it real fun and light, and he's kind of like the go-to, like, funny guy if you're in a bad mood or whatever. Like, just go talk to him, he'll cheer you up. To be a part of one of those historical moments where we have those record-breaking games and everything, it's very special, but it also, like, I try to keep myself humble because I don't want that stuff to get to my head. Like, I'm still a part of a team, and it's a team effort. It's not just about me. I have to win as a team. I didn't know the record for strikeouts was 18, but once we got to like 20, I was like, okay, this has got to be like something. Like, I have to have some kind of record for this. But that was pretty special. Like, I just kept like throwing. I didn't know that they were ever gonna, like, I was like, okay, they're just gonna keep swinging. So it was awesome for that game. That game the crowd was real loud, and they were having fun. The whole team was having fun. It was just a very awesome game. I didn't even realize that I had a no-hitter going in the conference tournament. It was pretty special just to be able to do that. Like, you don't hear of people doing that very often, and I don't think about those things during the game. So after the game was over and they told me I had a no-hitter, it was like, oh wow, like, I actually did that. Like I said, it's just special to be a part of that, you know. My favorite moment would have to be the game against Florida. We played 11 innings. I threw 185 pitches, and we beat them with a walk-off. It was just a really special thing. Like, we never talked about coming out of the game. It was just constant, you know, it was like a constant battle the whole time.
Next on Inside Louisiana Softball, new soccer head coach Lance Key talks about his decision to join the Ragin Cajuns on the Ragin Cajuns podcast.
Introducing Sonic's new Car Hop Classic with double the beef, double the cheese, and now double the choices. Try quarter-pound double cheeseburger or slinger with tots for just $2.99. Get them now, ending soon.
If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, then your feet will surely show it. If you're happy and you know it's Zydeco. If you're happy and you know it, mange. If you're happy and you know it, mange. If you're happy and you know it, nothing God will help you show it. If you're happy and you know it, mange.
Crunchy Fritos, warm, melty cheese, all together for 99 cents.
It's like a warm chili cheese Fritos family reunion.
Yeah, I feel warm just thinking about it.
That's the chili. I feel it too.
Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos chili cheese faves starting at 99 cents. And try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Look at me in the eye. They bleed just like you bleed. There is no apprehension. There is no fear. Bottom line, they got to come to us to get this done. All right, we decide what happens. We dictate what happens on that field today. Together on three. 1, 2, 3, together.
Welcome back to Inside Louisiana Softball. Time now for an exclusive look at the latest Ragin Cajuns podcast as we introduce you to new soccer coach Lance Key.
Before you were officially announced, you met with the team, correct?
Yes.
What was that like?
It was great. I mean, I was excited to kind of be back in the saddle, so to speak, and like I said, we had spent so much time, my wife and I spent so much time praying about it, discussing it, thinking about it, and really kind of fleshing it out to the point where we felt like this is where we're supposed to be. So coming into that room, I knew I was supposed to be there. And I knew that coming into that situation, what the opportunities were. It's a great time. It's a great place to be and a great time to be here. There's so many resources. The facilities are fantastic, and I just felt like the trajectory can be pretty steep. But we've got to get after it. We got to kind of scale things back down and really get disciplined and be intentional about what we do. And so getting to walk into that room and be announced and see those faces and talk to them about the things that they were really passionate about, I think really aligned with the things that I'm passionate about. And I felt like I was going to be able to come in here and 100% be who I am and do what I do. For better or worse, for right or wrong, it's just this is who I am, because ultimately who I am and who they are is where the relationship is going to come together. And so I knew from that conversation and the things that they expressed to us that what my experience has allowed me to evolve into as a leader, as a mentor, was going to allow me to pour into their lives and really try to create something that was special for them, that would give them that platform to go on and be that better sister, daughter, employee, employer, wife, mother, all those things that have far more significance than, what we do on a Friday night in the fall. Those are important, Friday nights in the fall. But what they go on to do beyond that is of greatest significance.
Shortly thereafter, you've got the staff greeting you. You've got your family with you. You got your nice 3-piece suit on, and then you walk into this area, and then you got staff and media, full room of staff, media, pictures going off. What was that feeling like? You're taking over a brand new Division I program.
It was exciting. And I think it spoke a lot to the level of expectation and the standard of what this place is going to be and going to look like in the time moving forward. There's a lot of ways those announcements can happen, but to do it on that scale and on that level with that degree of excellence and expectation is a great indication, not just to me, but to anybody who's watching this program, anybody who's interested in this program, that we're going up. And so it was exciting. It was a great experience. I think you guys did a fantastic job, top to bottom, across the board. One, making an event out of it, to say we're going to do special things here, and it's not just going to be in the football arena. It's not just going to be in the baseball diamond. It's going to be everywhere across the board, and I think that statement's powerful. And I was really grateful to be a part of it.
Now, how long had you had that suit? I think you went with what was it, like a light gray with the red, accessories going?
Yeah, I didn't buy that suit brand new for the event. I've had that suit for a little while. But yeah, I think I went red tie, red square, right?
Okay, yeah, he came clean.
Yeah.
Came clean.
Next on Inside Louisiana Softball, head coach Gerry Glasco rejoins us to preview this weekend's conference series at Sunbelt foe Georgia Southern.
Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves, a Fritos Chili Pie, Juicy Junior Burger, or Junior Wrap. Does all this comfort come at a price? Yes, it starts at 99 cents. Hurry in for Sonic's Fritos Chili Cheese Faves.
Truly, there is something for everyone here, from moving image arts to nursing to petroleum engineering to education to voice to photography to political science to anthropology to sociology. I can't list the almost hundreds of opportunities that students have to find the perfect fit and the major that best represents what they would love to do.
We have alternate certification programs, master's programs, doctoral programs, in addition to hybrid and online classes. So a student can definitely find his or her passion as far as what they want to do.
Not only are we going to find the major that is the best fit for our students, but we're going to make sure they graduate. We have one of the highest graduation rates in the state, and among our student athletes, in fact, we have the highest in the Sun Belt Conference.
Knowing that UL Lafayette has one of the top graduation rates in the state makes me feel much more secure in my decision to come here, and it makes me feel very excited and confident for my time after I leave campus.
We have everything here to be able to make sure that the students have the support they need as they go through the process. From a writing center that'll look over papers and proofread them for you, to free tutoring services that students can walk in on demand and say, physics is not my thing, can you please give me a little bit of help? We have prep classes for the GRE, we have prep classes for the LSAT, we look at medical school and pre-med and law school and business school. We have MBA programs, we have many PhD programs so that students can further their education as they progress.
All this for the steakhouse bacon cheeseburger?
The smoky black pepper mayo deserve at least the full steakhouse treatment.
Very impressed.
Someone just walked in. We only have one tablecloth.
The Steakhouse Burger and Tots for only $4.99. Get them now and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Welcome back to Inside Louisiana Softball, joined once again by the head coach Gerry Glasco as we look to the week ahead. No midweek games this week. You're going right into more conference play at the end of the week, and you headed to Statesboro, Georgia to face Georgia Southern, 16-14 team. So on paper, probably not looking like a threatening team, but as the McNeese game showed, you just never know.
Yeah, every game you have to assume it's going to be a battle right down to the end. And Georgia Southern's playing well. They're hitting the ball really well. And so we're going to be on their field, and everybody's going to be geared up to play the Ragin Cajuns when we come to their field this year. And that's one of the things our kids have to recognize. So I'm sure it'll be a war.
Their pitching staff is a collective 3.70, which I guess is kind of high for collegiate softball. So I would imagine that you're looking forward to that and getting those bats rolling again.
Yeah, I've been telling our kids all year that our goal every game, score 10. If we score 10, we should win. And score 10, we should win. And so that's our philosophy this year, and that's what we're going to do. And hopefully we'll be able to go in and put runs on the board and give our pitchers breathing room where they can relax and feel good in the circle, knowing that their team's got their back that day.
It's early in the week, so I'm not sure how much attention you've had to pay to Georgia Southern, but their lineup does include a couple of 300-plus hitters and a couple of 400-plus hitters. So you are going to have your work cut out for you in their lineup. They do have some capable hitters.
Yeah, and they hit a lot of home runs. They've got very powerful hitters. It's not just their average. They're really capable of going up there, and they've got several kids that can hit the ball over the wall at any moment. So they'll be a test for our pitching staff, no doubt. You have won 49 straight Sun Belt Conference series dating back to 2013. I know you weren't here for much of that, but you still got to take a lot of pride in being able to talk about that accomplishment. Yeah, I had no idea. When I took the job, I had no idea of the history of success of that. And it was up in the 30s or high 30s, and that's a little bit of pressure. And last year when we were scratching and clawing, we lost opening game in a couple of series, and so you have to come back and win two. And that was one of the things that we really took. We wanted to keep that going because it's a reflection on the program and the history of the program. And the program's always won. It's always been a well-coached and really competitive, high-level athletes in our program, and we definitely want to keep that streak going.
Let's talk about Summer. You saw the feature earlier in the show about her. Just talk about what she means to this team, this program, just going out there and giving everything she has.
When I walked into practice in January last year, I had no idea there was a pitcher on staff because she'd only thrown 20 innings. And, of course, we lost the leading pitcher to Arizona and had on a transfer. And I can remember walking in the indoor football on a rainy day and seeing her throw and seeing the movement on her pitches. Like, wow, it's like Christmas Day for a coach to see that. And I knew that day that she could be really good. Now, how good, I had no idea she'd be as good as she is. I knew she could be effective, and I knew that I was lucky to have her. But then as the season went on, she comes out the first game of the year and strikes out 20, I believe, against Evansville. Just phenomenal performance. So just as soon as we started the season, she established herself as a top pitcher, and she just continued to improve. And right now, she's one of the top pitchers in all of college softball. I think she may lead the nation this morning with 18 wins. She's definitely right there at the top of the list. She's one of the highest in strikeouts to walks. In 130 innings, she struck out over 120, I think 134 batters, and only walked 22. So she's striking out like 7 batters for every walk. She's just a really effective pitcher, and it's been a godsend for a coach like me to have her here on staff at the beginning of my tenure.
Well, Coach, thanks a lot for the time this week. Stay tuned for more Louisiana softball. We'll take a look at the week ahead.
Ragin Cajun fans, welcome back to another edition of Cajun Thoughts. And today, we walked around campus asking students about the year 2013. And what was special about the year 2013? Well, the dean of the Liberal Arts College, Jordan Kelman, became the dean. My first question, what do you think the #1 movie was in 2013?
Okay, give me one hint.
Sandra Bullock is in it.
The Blind Side. Oh, The Blind Side, right?
No, not the Blind Side.
Bird Box, because that's...
No, it wasn't. No, Bird Box was like, that was...
They came out like 2 months ago. Last week.
The Heat.
No.
All Sandra Bullock movies.
She was in space.
Oh,
Gravity. There you go.
That came in 2013?
Yes.
Oh, Gravity.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, what's that? Gravity.
Yes. What do you think the #1 TV show was in 2013?
How I Met Your Mother.
No.
The singing show was The Voice?
No.
The Big Bang Theory.
No, that's...
Breaking Bad?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what's up, bro. The guy...
Break.
Oh, Breaking Bad?
Yes.
Oh, I never seen it. That's
Yeah.
why I don't
Okay.
know. Breaking Bad.
Yes. Oh, what do you think the most used app was in 2013?
YouTube.
No, that's a close. That's a #2 actually.
Instagram.
Not a social media.
Oh, really? Flappy Bird?
No,
Candy Crush.
No, but honestly, that's not a bad guess at all.
When you're driving.
You're trying to get somewhere, but you get lost.
Oh, Google Maps?
Yes.
Was it just like Google Maps?
Yes. Yes, it was Google Maps. Well, there you have it, Ragin Cajun fans. Our students in the year 2013. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you next time.
Look at me in the eye. They bleed just like you bleed. There is no apprehension. There is no fear. Bottom line, they got to come to us to get this done. All right, we decide what happens. We dictate what happens on that field today. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3, together.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of Inside Louisiana Softball. We leave you now with the upcoming schedule for the Ragin Cajun softball team.